Hello everyone, Brandon Montemayor here with Montemayor Associates, your #1 real estate resource. So we tried to bring you as many relevant questions and thoughts with regards to your real estate needs and real estate investments as possible. And here are two things that get brought up quite a bit that we wanted to share with you that I think are very important to know, especially in this market when we're carrying a lot of equity potentially, and you got some decisions to make. So let's talk today about 1031 exchanges and capital gains exemption rules. All right, let's jump right in. All right, let's first start with the capital gains exemption rule. So any equity you have built, if it's your primary residence and you've lived there for at least 2 years, all right, and now there are some rules. If it's a rental and you lived in it a year, you rented it out for 3 years, and then you moved back in for a year, as long as two of those years you've been lived in it as your primary residence within a 5-year span, then you still qualify. Outside of 5 years, or if it's been a rental for longer than that, there's other rules that apply, and we'd have to talk to you and identify what that specific example is. But the way this works best is for the capital gains exemption, as long as you've lived in your home for 2 years as your primary residence and are currently living in it, you can sell it. And if you're a married couple, you can claim up to $500,000 in tax exempt gains. And then if you are a single person, all right, you can claim up to $250,000 in tax exempt gains. So something that's very important to keep in mind is if you're thinking about maybe selling and moving out of the area, or selling and hanging on to the money, or whatever it may be, if you thought you were going to get taxed on that, that's going to be a huge savings, again, as long as you've been in there 2 years. Now, one other quick rule to that I hear some people bring up is, like, I already claimed our capital gains exemption, like 10 years ago, so I don't get it again. And that's not true anymore. So as long, again, if you claimed it on a previous sale, you've been in your primary residence, you've lived there for more than 2 years, you are able to claim another tax exemption for the exact same amount, $250,000 as a single person, $500,000 as a married couple. So you have any questions with that, let us know. Also, 1031 exchange, if you have investment property and you're thinking like, hey man, I got a ton of equity in it right now, now's the time to take that 2-3 bedroom condo we have in Valencia and go move it down to the beach and go find our beach house down there. As long as we are going business and investment to business and investment like kind, and again, there's some ways around that if depending on what the use is and what the plans are, but at the core of it, it's got to be an investment property. You can't take your primary residence, whether you've lived in it a year, 2 years, 3 years, doesn't matter. If it's your primary residence, it doesn't qualify for the 1031 exchange. That is investment purposes only, but again, there's ways to get creative with that. So, but again, 1031, you can take it no matter how long you've been there, you roll it over, and there's no gains removed from that. And again, as long as there's no loss or no gains, then we're good to go. It goes rolled into the next property, and you're good to go. So if you have any questions with either the capital gains or the 1031s, you know where to find us. We'd love to talk to you about your specific situation and lay out a great game plan to help you and your family take advantage of this market. And we'll talk to you soon. All right, have a great day. Bye-bye.